Hey baby, I'm back. So much to do, so much to talk about, so much to discuss, and by the time I was using Instagram to do my video recording, but unfortunately it's not. It's an epic fail when it comes to like keeping. I'm not saying they're failures. I'm just saying it's an epic fail when it comes to doing the voiceover because the screen doesn't stay on, the screen shuts off in the middle of the conversation, so it makes it hard for me to be able to talk and record without being afraid of it turning off. And because when it does turn off, the recording starts over. It erases everything you just recorded. So we're working with Video Leap right now. I do pay $10 every month for Video Leap so that we can just do the voiceovers and the video editing, which is really good. I like working on TikTok, but I don't really, like I said, trust TikTok like that. I don't trust sharing my information and all this kind of stuff. I don't really know those people like that, but I think I might have more trust, in working with Instagram and Meta and all those kind of stuff because they have my ID, they have my real name. So that's very important stuff to really cover. Even if the other people have my real name, it's still not the same as here on Instagram. Okay, so back to where we were. So I want this relationship to succeed is what he wrote, is what you wrote. So I want this relationship to succeed as well. The best way this relationship is going to succeed is if we're both relaxed. If we're both relaxed and we both remove our frustrations, don't allow yourself to be angry. Being around the wrong person can make you angry, yeah, and you don't even want to walk around with that person, and that's fine. I don't want you to be angry either. I don't want you to be with guys either, but I want you to have someone to hold you. I want you to have someone to lean on to so you don't feel alone because your body needs comfort. I just don't like watching you hold on to other guys' waist. That's the only thing I'm like, man, I should have let those things bother me, but they do. And I think you would be the same way if I was holding on to another girl. You'd be jealous and be like, man, I wish that was me she was holding. I wish that was me she was comforting. We're in love with each other and we're learning how to deal with this relationship. We're learning how to be in love and work on our businesses at the same time. Baby, the one thing I want you to do for me is please continue to eat healthy. Please don't be tempted by this fish and all this meat eating, and don't allow this stuff to tempt you. Don't allow this stuff to just don't eat it because it's just gonna make you sick. I don't know. I wish you could show me something, and I don't want you to go back to Hollywood. It's a waste of time being a celebrity. Like, there's nothing wrong with it because you can use your platform to do the right thing. But before you can become a celebrity, it's important for you to know how you're going to carry on, how you're going to keep up with your energy, and not being understanding, not allowing people yourself to make deals with the wrong people, because nowadays people are showing up and they're trying to make you to make deals with them and only end up in a financial tie with them, and all this mess. And so it's very important to be careful. And the universe has kept me from being in the industry until the industry is cleaned up or we build our own industry. But the one thing that is the most important for me to think is that we build our family. you know if we have the money, we don't need to waste what we need to do is focus on how we're going to generate, how we're going to keep that money going, right? We can't just sell clothes. If we sell things that it's going to help the world, that's what's going to keep the money flow going. Not only that, it's going to make a difference in the world. So I do want to be that person that builds robots. I really have I'm very fascinated with robots and things that can help the universe, computers and such. But Apple already got down pat the computer part, but robots, in case Elon Musk was someone that just decided he didn't want to talk, he didn't want to talk to us, and he just doesn't want to work with us, then we can do our own thing. Like, I want you to focus on the more important things in life and the more important objects, or just, that's what I'm saying, like opening a charity organization. Not only will other people be inspired to donate, because if we believe in God, we need to start building a church, and with that church, where we can invite people that believe in God the same way we believe in God. Because there are people in this world that believe in God, but they don't believe in God the way you believe in God, because they don't know God the way you know God. We all have a different relationship with God. There are people in the world that don't believe that God has ever been in the flesh, or God has flesh. They believe that God is just a spirit and that's all he's ever been. But God made it clear to us that I made you out of my own image. Our own intelligence should know that. There is no way we all just were fruitful and multiplied from air. There was someone that had this same existence that we copied that using his own existence, he created a clone of himself, which is Adam, and then Adam and Eve had children, and then they ended up being born, and then that's how everybody is here. And that we're going to stick to that truth, because it is true and it makes a lot of sense. So the goal is to write books. That's the only thing I can do, is write my books. Whenever you're ready to write your book, then you'll be ready to do that. But all I can do is prepare myself for my future. So the goal plan is to basically, write books right now, like hire some ghostwriters to help me write this book, and that's gonna be $500 every month for 5 months straight. So that's gonna be what? 2 months is $1,000. 2 months is $2,000, and $2,050. I mean $2,500. So I have to come up with that $2,500. I don't have to come up with it at once, but that's how much it's gonna cost altogether. And I'm gonna have to pay every month to talk to a writer about my story, about what I want him to write, how I want him to write everything. Once it's finished with writing everything, I'll be working at least the book is out of the way, because I pretty much did everything that I needed to do. So those are the things that I learned in the past. Those are the things that are going to help people get to know me better. What inspired me, what made me become who I am today. My past is what brought me to who I am right now. And so at least if I have a book, I can sell it. I can get people to promote it. I can get people to do certain things and just read that book. And so people be inspired with that book and from that book. Now, another thing, with that being said, I have plans of opening like a salon, a nail salon, where I can do eyelashes, I can do nails. But first I need to make sure I master the nail skills. So I think with Gel X Nails, that's going to be the best bet, right? So once that's done, I can't start building clientele until I'm physically prepared to be around people. I used to be the kind of girl that was always able to talk to people. I'm never a really shy person. I'm not too talkative, but I'm talkative enough. I'm not like, I don't talk too much. I talk enough. Like, if you feel like I'm talking too much, you have to let me know. Hey, I've heard enough, But at least that now that we have the internet, we don't have to worry about cutting each other off. All we have to do is press pause. If you don't want to hear what I have to say, all you got to do is press stop. If you want to hear what I have to say, all you got to do is press play, right? So once we get out of that, talking about race, talking about colors, talking about different things, we need to get into prayer and just, meditation. I want you to meditate and stay in prayer, and I'm hoping that whatever is in your cup is always like a nice cup of tea I'll tell you some of my favorite teas a little bit later. All right, baby. I'll talk to you later. I love you.